I did what you said. It coming like Christmas. Coming like Christmas. It coming like Christmas. Like Christmas. Coming like Christmas.
Good morning, guys. How are you guys doing today? I had the roughest night yesterday. Like this, there's two teeth in the back of my head at the top that need to come out. Like when I say the cavity, like one tooth is broken and like you can see the hole in the other tooth. Like all of my teeth are mashed up. Like they're all mashed up, but like I'm still able to chew. Like this one is about, God forbid, let me not even say it, because then I wouldn't be able to smile and laugh and talk anymore. But the teeth back, when I tell you guys, I had to sleep upright, because if I laid down, oh my, it felt like my mouth was gonna tear off. Like one of my friends is like a dental assistant, and I messaged her, I don't even know what time it was. I'm just like, yo, how much is it to go to the doctor? Because, well, the doctor, the dentist, because I ain't got dental insurance, so that shit is expensive. But I'm just like, yo, I'm ready to retract these teeth, but at the same time I'm like, I don't have the money. Like I can barely talk right now. Like it hurts so bad. I can't, and this is the only side I can chew on, because there's one at the bottom over here that has a hole, and anytime I chew anything and it goes into the hole, like it's just pain. How am I gonna do this Jamaica trip? I don't know. That's another thing. Anyways, so yeah. Oh, also I wanted to know, is there anybody from Canada, Toronto specifically, that has flown on Swoop Airlines? Comment down below and let me know. Hold on. Good morning. Hi. I'm good. How are you? Okay, we don't have anything available at the moment. Okay. All right, not a problem. If something comes up, we'll definitely give you a call and let you know. All right, have a good one. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, wanna let me know if anybody has traveled on it, knows anybody that traveled on it, because they got some cheap ass tickets, and I'm just like, okay, but I gotta know more about the airline itself. So let me know. And yeah, until later on today, I definitely have to do everything that I wanted to do yesterday that I didn't do, so it's definitely gonna be a later night, but I don't have anything to cook or anything like that, so the today's vlog shouldn't have gone up too late. And yeah, I lost so many subscribers yesterday. I think it was because I bigged up Dalton, but I don't care. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys later on. I'm gonna try and finish this work that I gotta do. It's 11:17 in the morning right now. I'm hungry. I'm about to go eat, and yeah, so I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Bye. Hi guys, it's December the 4th. I know this side of my mouth hurt me. Oh, I used this side to eat today. Oh, Jesus. Lord of his Moses. And I touched some parts. Oh, my God. But anyways, the video that what I wanted to do today, my mouth hurt me. From when my mouth is hurting me, like, everything is just, like, I can't concentration. So, with that being said, I decided that I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna share a story with you guys. So, story time brought to you by ZO-ESHAAA. Okay. So, this is going to be the story about the time where my cherry pop, my little tuntun get bored. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about how I lost my virginity, okay? Alright, so let me give it a little, putting it down first and foremost. The story is gonna be so funny, okay? So, anyways, you better turn up, you know? Oh, coming out, hold on, nothing. So anyways, okay, so this was, I don't even know if I should tell you guys. Anyways, I'm telling you everything, almost. Okay, so this was back in 2006, yeah? I was in high school. I believe I was in the 10th grade. I was 16 years old, okay? It was April 8, 2006 that it occurred. But prior to this, I don't have to know who it was, you know. So, I did there with one boy. I'm not going to say his name. Let's call him Ronaldo, okay? Let's call him Ronaldo because that's close to his favorite soccer player's name. So yeah, let's call him Ronaldo, yeah? So anyways, I met Ronaldo through my best friend in high school at the time. Her name was Tiana, and I met him through her. She was talking to like one of his friends or whatever, and I don't even remember if we went to Brampton, which is another city, which is a city outside of Toronto, like really close but outside of Toronto. And I don't remember if we went there and met him. It had to have been that we went there and met them. And anyways, met him and whatever. And those times I was into light-skinned boys. Like, nobody couldn't tell me anything. Like, I wanted a light-skinned boy. I wanted a light-skinned baby. I wanted everything. You know what I'm saying? So, everything. Sorry about that, guys. My space was full. Anyways, so yeah, if it wasn't right, it wasn't. If it wasn't light, it wasn't right for me. You know? Back then. Like, I was just, you know, dumb, super immature, or whatever. So, met the guy. We started talking or whatever. And, like, back then, like, I wasn't having sex. Like, I wasn't having sex. We were curious. Like, me and my group of friends at that time in high school, like, we were curious about sex or whatever. Like, we would talk about it or whatever, but none of us had sex. But it was funny because when one of us started, all of us ended up losing our virginities literally like around the same time. So anyways, we would talk, and like I would go look for him. Like, I would go look for him on weekends. And let me tell you, from where I lived and where he lived, like, I had to wake up early in the morning, get ready, take a go bus. A go bus is like a bus that travels like to outer skirts places. And I would have to take regular transit and a train to a mall to catch the bus and then get there and then do the same thing to come back home. So, you know, yeah, those times my mother did give me like a space or whatever. My mom used to work. Like, my mom's a workaholic. My mom's always been at work. My mom worked morning, night, weekend. So I was always like free. Like, I grew up by myself, always stayed home by myself. Like, I was just always by myself. So, yeah, it wasn't an issue for me to go and come, because by the time I leave, by the time me ready for leave, she's long gone, and by the time I come home, like, she's not home yet, you know. So it just worked out perfectly for me. So anyways, fast forward, we were talking for how long were we talking for? It was a good while, because I knew him for a very long time. But anyways, long story short, prior to this incident happening, I found out about some other girl. Let's call her Rihanna, okay? Because that's what her name is very close to. Let's call her Rihanna, okay? So I found out about Rihanna. Rihanna found out about me. And this is when Black Planet and like MySpace was like the ish. Like, when I tell you I knew codes, I was updating my page every single day, music, graphics, everything. Nobody couldn't talk to me about my Black Planet page. So the way that I found out was through Black Planet, right? Because you know how you could post somebody's picture and write whatever you want to write about them or whatever. I had up his picture. I had up, like, you know, my boyfriend, whatever, and I had like different songs, like love songs. I'm trying to remember what love song it was that I had on at the time, but anyways, I think it was maybe Cherish. I think it was Cherish. It was a song by Cherish. I don't remember what song. Hold on. Anyways, I can't find the song. I can't remember what the song is. Maybe it wasn't Cherish, but it was a really popular song, and I had it up or whatever, and everybody was like leaving their little comments or whatever the case may be. Then tutus, my find out, says somebody else about my man picture pan for them peers. So I'm gonna go over them and said the girl in love too, and me also weird. What is going on here? So anyways, I talk to him about it. I tell him about the girl and him go to school or whatever, and she likes him, and they used to talk, and it's nothing or whatever the case may be. So I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. All right, cool. Like, you know, okay, cool. So one of these weekends now, I end up over at his house, and we're there and we were watching Girlfriends. I remember we were just watching Girlfriends or whatever, and like, you know, we started like kissing or whatever. We were on the bed and we were just kissing, and his room was downstairs in the basement. His mom was not home on weekends. That's why it worked out to be so perfect. I could just come, not stay, but like for the day or whatever. And yeah, like he had an older sister who had a boyfriend. Like she was like really older than us, and she loved me, you know what I'm saying? So I would go there sometimes and she would be there, and like we would just talk, hang out, whatever. So yeah, back to that day. So went there and we were downstairs in the basement. We were watching Girlfriends. I think before that we were watching a movie. And then I don't remember how the conversation came up, but we went upstairs for something to eat and then came back downstairs, and somehow the conversation about sex came up, and I was just like, okay, like when I'm ready, I'll let you know, like, you know, like when I'm ready to do it, like I'll let you know. And he was like, all right, cool. He left and he went back upstairs, and when he went upstairs, I was thinking, I'm like, Zoe, are you ready? I'm like, are you ready? Like literally, like I'm talking to myself. I'm like, Zoe, are you ready? Like, do you like, are you sure you want to do this? Because people were like, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad, you bleed. Da, 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 da. I'm like, do I want to bleed? I'm like, do I want to feel like pain like that? Like the pain that they're talking about. They're like, oh my God, like I don't want to have kids because like, yo. And I'm just like, yo, how could people want to have sex and it hurts so bad? I'm like, yo, oh my God. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like I love him, like, and I don't want to lose him. Like, let me go have sex with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stupid. Like, don't do that, people, okay? If their man loves you, he will wait. I don't care if he's a man. He will wait, okay? Okay. And if not, galang, okay? All right. So anyways, he came back downstairs, and when he came back downstairs, like, I sat up on the bed, like, you know, and then I'll never forget, I was wearing my smiley face toe socks. They were black and green, and he was just moving around the room, and I was like, he stopped and he looked at me, and I'm like, I'm ready. And he was like, what? I'm like, I'm ready. He's like, for what? I'm like, don't make me say it. I'm like, I'm just ready. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm ready. He's like, okay, wait here, I'll be right back. So I'm like, is this how it goes? Like, what happens? I tell you I'm ready and you leave? Like, what the hell? So anyways, he comes back downstairs, and he has a CD, so he puts in the CD. It's a Fantasia CD. How does he know I love Fantasia? So anyways, he puts on the CD and he's like, come, let's dance. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, dance? So yeah, so we're there, we're slow dancing around the room, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, the lights are, you know, off, the heater's on, so like that's the only thing that's like putting on light, and Girlfriends is on TV, but it's on mute, so we're only hearing Fantasia right now. So anyways, he's like, all right, come. So he sits me down on the bed, he pulls off my pants, and like I'm shaking because like in the basement it's cold, like that's why he has the heater on. And I just suffer from low iron. Like I have low iron. I don't know why I'm repeating that, but I suffer from low iron, so I'm always cold, hence why. And I have my heater on right now too. So yeah, yeah, so he pulled out my pants or whatever, and then we started like kissing or whatever, and then like, you know, he started feeling up my boobs, which I did not have anything at that time. I still don't really have breasts, like compared to all the people that I know, like I'm breastless. But yeah, and then he started taking off, he took off my shirt, so I was in my bra and I was in my panties and my socks, my happy face, green and black toe socks. Toe socks, for those of you who don't know what toe socks are, each toe has a part to go over it, so it's not just the one sock will go over your something. It's like that. I love toe socks. Like I absolutely love toe socks, and I used to have so many. Anyways, back to the story time. So yeah, we go from that, and you know, we have makeouts and whatever, and Ray, and then me I lean back on the bed now, and Ray, and then yeah. So then, oh, before anything went in, I was like, listen, I have to ask you something, because I always said the person that I lose my virginity to, I was like, oh, the person that I lose my virginity to is the person that I'm gonna get married to and have kids with. But I was like, you have to love me. I'm like, do you love me? And he was like, oh my God, like, why would you ask me this? Like, you're gonna kill the vibe. I'm like, do you love me? Do you love me? And he was like, of course I love you. And I was like, okay. So then now, pull off my underwear, you know. Kashaya, if you are watching this, I want you to stop watching it from now. I think you already seen too much, but from this point on, becoming noise a little fast, little girl, I want you to stop watching this, okay? Thank you. So yeah, and pull on my underwear, take off my brassiere, and we'll go up on the bed, and we were there, and he was so sweet. Like, honestly, when I can honestly say, like, that was like my first love. Like, that literally was my first love. That will never change. That will never ever change. And I still like communicate with him up to this day. Like, anytime I buck up into him or see him somehow on social media, like, I always talk to him. Like, that is my first and always will be my first love. Like, hi Ronaldo, you know who you are. So we were there, and he was like talking me through everything. He was just like, okay, so you know, it might hurt, you might bleed, you know what I'm saying? And like, he was on me, and he was like, okay, like, oh, obviously he took off his stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then he put on the condom, and I can't even say it. Like, I don't really like talking about these things, you know what I'm saying? But he put it on, and I was watching it, and I was just like, whoa, like, that's gonna go inside me. That's gonna go inside me right now. I was just like, okay. Like, when I tell y'all, like, I was shaking, like, my legs were shaking due to how, like, I was cold, I was nervous, like, everything, scared, like, everything. So anyways, didn't know him, dip on top and made sheet that over with whatever. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna put it in now. I'm like, He's like, you ready? I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah, sure. So he's like, okay, you know, he's like there, like maneuvering it. Cause you know, say at the first time, you know, so it extra tight. You know what I'm saying? Tight, but it's extra tight. So and didn't know, and I'm push it in, and he's like, forcing it, and I'm just like, oh my God. But I was like, okay, this is not bad. Like, you know, like the same time I said, okay, let me move up more. So finally, like, it's like, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay. And it was like, it was painful, but it wasn't like a, oh my God. It was just, it felt like period cramps. Like, that's literally what it felt like. And I don't have bad period cramps, but that's what it felt like. It just felt like period cramps. So he was doing that or whatever, and then he was like, do you want to try another position? So that's the first time I ever go in a back, you know, put it out the first time I'm say, him teach me oh, for properly do it, you know? So yeah, he was like, you know, arch your back, like he was pressing down upon my back, from my back, go up on my body cock already, you know, somebody, so you know, so that well more eyes. So yeah, after, yeah, so yo, we did it, and he's doing it, and I'm just like, it didn't feel good because it was painful, you know? So like initially, like it was the initial, so it didn't feel like that great. So after that we finished or whatever, and he was like, we turned on the lights or whatever, and he was just like, you know, like, are you okay, whatever. Like, he was so like caring to my needs, like, you know, like he just made sure like I was okay, like overall, like I was okay. So anyhow, yeah, so he was catering to my needs or whatever, and then we were there chilling for a little bit. I put back on my clothes, and then I was just like, you know, there for a little bit. Not for a little bit, like we were just chilling, talking about everything. Like, he was just like, how was it, whatever. I bled. Not too much, but I bled. And like honestly, afterwards, like the cramping was like, oh, like this is what they were talking about. But it wasn't to that extent, like, oh my God. But I guess everybody's different. But it wasn't like that severe where it was like, oh my God, like I'm never doing this again. I'm never having kids. Oh my God. It wasn't like that. It was just like, okay, a little pain. Okay, I get what they're saying. I'm like, peeing? That first pee? Baby! That first pee was like, okay, I'm not peeing again. That was like, okay. So anyhow, time is going by now, and I realized, say, I miss my boss. Good girl cannot go home because Goody don't drive. There's no other bus to take me to go to my house. Like I'm afraid, right? I'm afraid. So he was like, okay. He was trying to figure out every solution. His sister was like, I don't remember what happened, but she wasn't able to take me home. So I had to call my mom and lie. I was like, Mom, I'm staying at my friend Samantha's house. We have a group project to do, and I'm gonna stay here and do it, so I'll be home tomorrow. My mom was just like, okay, girl, cool. Okay, that's fine. And I was like, okay. And my mom wasn't the type to like, oh, let me talk to so-and-so's mom or whatever. She just like believed what I told her. So it was like, okay, she's staying over her friend's house. That's fine, whatever. So that night, his sister brought us food, and we were eating. We were all there talking or whatever. I think she kind of knew what happened, but she never really said anything. But I think she kind of knew because I've never slept over there before that. And it was like, okay, she's sleeping over. I think just the way that I was acting and stuff. But yeah, then like before going to bed or whatever, fast forward, before going to bed that night, he was like, you want to do it again? And I was just like, okay. And it was at that point that I knew I was a little wonderful little girl, like wonderful little girl. And I did it again, and I went to my bed. And that, my friends, is how I lost my purity. That is how I lost my purity. April 8, 2006. I will never forget. I can never forget. And then me find out and learn, said the dirty Rihanna girl lose fear one. It was either 2 weeks to a month before I lost mine to the same man. Okay. And that's literally kind of what ended up breaking us up, because he was like in love with both of us. Like it was a situation where like he just couldn't choose. Like he could not, no matter what, he couldn't choose. But at the end of the day, like I know at one point they were having their issues or whatever, and like me and him were just always cool. Like we never really had no real, but then again at that age it's like, what are you really gonna be arguing over? But we were always cool. And for some reason, like he always just I don't want to say chose me, because like she was still in the picture, but not necessarily to the extent that I was. So when gal grades, you know. But yeah, that's how I lost my little friend there. And it's never been the same ever since, unfortunately. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's Vlogmas. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know how your guys' first situation went. I would love to hear the stories, because me hear about some people's stories. Some people lose it in a bush. Some people lose it all, but me know somebody will lose it on a rooftop at the age of 7. Like, what are you doing at 7 years old? Like, why are you even thinking about stuff like that? That's gross. But boy, Pitney, Jamaica, oh God. Anyhow, you guys, I'm gonna rest my mouth. I feel like my mouth is hurting a lot more now that I've been talking a lot more. So I will see you guys. Pray for me, okay? Pray for me. But I will see you guys in Vlogmas day already, day 5. Can you believe? Day 5. Anyhow, you guys, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourselves a wonderful night. Thanks again for watching. Bye. If you're new, subscribe. If you're returning, hit the notification bell. Hit like, share. Make sure to leave a comment. More on ear about when it's first time. And yeah, again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys so much. And thanks for watching. Bye.